In the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. Remember, the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
2nd and 10. And now Smith going to change the play. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pollard again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Tony Pollard,
his 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
and the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Smith going to move him around. And going right back to Walker.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Hey, look at this Cowboy defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
3rd and 2, Smith.
he's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And able to use his blockers to get this out over the 40.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, kill. Go.
Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Seahawks nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
47.
Throwing, Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Cowboys had 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The kick by Gold is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
2nd and 9.
Geno now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, Smith. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now he's free to midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Geno.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Smith. And Walker has it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Kill. Here go 46.
Prescott on first down.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
And that'll bring up second down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here go 47. Here go 47. Then we're going 52.
A first down throw for Prescott. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Smith here, an audible at the line. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum going. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before break. Smith. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Play action now, Prescott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Prescott now on second down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Pollard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
That is caught. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And now Smith going to change the play. Straight ahead, Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Smith. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Smith.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
On play action, Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Draymond Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Hey, kill. 47. Everybody kill. Here go 46. 26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Kill. 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In motion, the tight end. Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
47. It was going to 54. Why ain't? Hey, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Hey, here we go. Sunday.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now a run with Walker. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "35 yards that time on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
Well, Prescott here to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! T. Higgins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Moore. He will return it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Dwayne Eskridge.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Seahawks 10. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And when you break it down, this was just a thorough